Hey there, Disney World has been creating unforgettable magic for decades. Heart-pounding thrills, incredible storytelling, and that feeling you just can't get anywhere else. And while everyone's buzzing about Universal's new Epic universe, yes, it looks amazing. Let's not forget, Disney's been doing Epic since before Epic was a buzzword. Competition is healthy, right? Plus, Epic Universe puts a fire under future Disney updates, but today I'm sharing 10 rides that prove Disney World still sets the bar when it comes to theme park magic. Let's get into what makes these rides truly unforgettable. Number 1, Avatar Flight of Passage in the Animal Kingdom. First, you get to ride a banshee through Pandora's floating mountains and glowing forests. Second, the experience is incredibly immersive. It actually feels like you're flying. Third, the 3D visuals and motion effects are absolutely stunning. Fourth, it's one of the highest rated rides in all of Walt Disney World. Why it's epic? Flight of Passage isn't just a ride, it's a rite of passage into the world of Pandora. The Imagineers worked closely with James Cameron's team to make sure it felt like a cinematic sequel to Avatar. You don't just watch this story, you soar through it with wind in your face and the scent of the forest swirling around you. The moment you sync with your banshee is jaw-dropping. Your brain truly forgets you're strapped to a simulator. Fun fact, the ride debuted in May 2017 as part of the opening of Pandora, the world of Avatar. It uses a modified version of the same motion simulator technology behind Soarin', but with vastly upgraded effects. Each guest rides a unique link chair that mimics the motion of a breathing banshee, and there are 4 separate theaters, each with 3 levels of seating. It's so popular that at launch, wait times often hit 4 to 5 hours. Even now, it's super popular, and I would suggest using the Lightning Lane service for priority. I'll never forget the first time I rode Flight of Passage. I had no idea it was a simulator like Soarin'. I just jumped in expecting a cool screen ride. But wow, once that banshee took off, I was clutching the handles like I'd actually taken flight. The way you feel it breathe beneath you, the air rushing past your face, the scent of Pandora, it completely tricked my brain. I left that ride absolutely stunned, grinning like I just flew through another world. Still one of my top wow Disney World moments. Number 2, 7 Dwarfs Mine Train in the Magic Kingdom. First, this is a family-friendly coaster with mine carts that sway as you ride. Second, it blends thrilling coaster moments with classic Disney fairy tale magic. Third, the gem-filled mine scene features incredible animatronics and that catchy hi-ho tune. Fourth, it's consistently one of the most popular Lightning Lane selections in the park. Why it's epic? This ride brought classic Disney animation into the modern coaster world with its unique swaying mine carts. It was one of the crown jewels of the new Fantasyland expansion in 2014, blending coaster excitement with the charm of the original Snow White film. That gem-filled mine with singing dwarfs, pure magic. Plus, the little cottage at the end with Snow White and the witch peeking in the window, that's the ultimate fairy tale finale. Fun fact, 7 Dwarfs Mine Train was the first roller coaster to feature a tilting ride vehicle. The cars gently rock back and forth on a pivot, mimicking the sensation of a real minecart on tracks. The advanced audio animatronics inside the mine use projection map facial expressions, which were originally designed for Snow White's scary adventures in Disneyland and repurposed for this ride. And despite being one of the shortest coasters in Disney World, it's consistently ranked as one of the top Lightning Lane choices in the Magic Kingdom. This ride is just pure joy for me. Every time I board those swaying mine carts, I feel like a kid again, swooping through hills, ducking into gem-filled caves, and singing along to Hi Ho, Hi Ho. It's smooth, fast, but never scary. The perfect mix of thrill and feel-good Disney magic. I always find myself smiling the whole time, especially during the cottage scene at the end. It's like wrapping a roller coaster in a warm fairy tale. 3 Star Wars Rise of the Resistance in Hollywood Studios. First, this isn't just a ride, it's a full Star Wars adventure with multiple stages. Second, you come face to face with life-size AT-ATS stormtroopers and Kylo Ren. Third, the ride blends storytelling, practical effects, and ride systems seamlessly. Fourth, it's an absolute must-do for any Star Wars fan. Why it's epic. Imagine being kidnapped by the First Order, walking into a hangar full of stormtroopers and escaping on a resistance transport all in one experience. Rise of the Resistance opened in 2019 and set a new standard for what a ride could be. It's a full-on 18-minute cinematic masterpiece with multiple ride systems, epic scale, and jaw-dropping effects. Even the queue is part of the show. This is the ride that makes adults cry and kids become lifelong fans. Fun fact, Rise of the Resistance combines 4 ride systems: a walkthrough pre-show, a simulator, a trackless dark ride, and a drop shaft. It opened on December 5th, 2019, which just so happens to be Walt Disney's birthday. The attraction was the result of nearly 5 years of development and was estimated to cost over $1 billion when combined with the rest of Galaxy's Edge. The 50-plus stormtroopers in the hangar, they're not digital, they're all real, static figures with some lightly moving heads and blasters. Even after multiple rides, this one still leaves me speechless. There are moments where I just stop and stare. The hangar with the stormtroopers, the ATs towering above you. It's everything a Star Wars fan could dream of and more. And somehow, every time I ride it, I still feel that adrenaline rush like it's my first time. It's hard to put into words how epic it is, except to say this ride makes me believe I'm actually in a galaxy far, far away. Number 4, Peter Pan's flight in the Magic Kingdom. First, you board a flying pirate ship and soar over London and Neverland. Second, the glowing skies and classic music create a truly magical experience. Third, it's loved by guests of all ages for its nostalgic charm. Fourth, it's also one of the most consistently popular rides in Fantasyland. Why it's epic. Peter Pan's flight feels like someone bottled childhood wonder and turned it into a ride. The moment your pirate ship lifts into the starry skies over London, everything else fades away. There's Big Ben, there's the glowing Thames, then boom, you're in Neverland with mermaids, Lost Boys, and Captain Hook. It's the definition of Disney magic. Short, sweet, and unforgettable. No thrill needed. Just pure joy. Fun fact, Peter Pan's flight is one of only a few attractions to exist at every Disney resort around the world. The version in Magic Kingdom opened in 1971, but is based on the original 1955 Disneyland version, which didn't actually include Peter Pan himself. Imagineers assumed guests would be Peter Pan. The Magic Kingdom version fixed that oversight. Today, this ride routinely pulls hour-plus wait times, even first thing in the morning, because it's just that beloved. This one tugs at my heart. When I was little at Disneyland, I genuinely thought those pirate ships were flying, like actually soaring through the sky with pixie dust. I had no idea they were attached from above and gently swinging. It felt real and magical and perfect. Now, every time I ride it, I feel that same childlike wonder creeping back in. It's my little time machine to a Neverland where I never have to grow up. Number 5, Haunted Mansion in the Magic Kingdom. First, you'll meet 999 grim, grinning ghosts who are equal parts spooky and silly. Second, the ride features iconic effects like the ballroom ghosts and hitchhiking spirits. Third, it's known for its rich storytelling and playful gothic humor. Fourth, this is a fan favorite attraction that offers something new every time you ride. Why it's epic. Welcome, foolish mortals. This ride walks the perfect line between spooky and silly. From the stretching room to the ghostly ballroom to the hitchhiking ghouls who follow you home, the Haunted Mansion is like stepping into a gothic novel, but with 1 or 2 ghost host dad jokes. It's dark, clever, and totally rewritable. Every time you go, you notice something new. Plus, the ghost host's voice, totally iconic. Fun fact, the Haunted Mansion opened at the Magic Kingdom in 1971, but its development began as early as the 1950s, with original ideas ranging from a walk-through museum of the weird to a pirate-themed ghost house. The final ride blends ideas from Imagineering legends like Mark Davis and Claude Coates. The ballroom scene uses the Pepper's Ghost illusion, a technique from the 1800s that uses glass reflections to create realistic ghosts. There's even a pet cemetery near the queue with a tribute to Mr. Toad. I could ride the Haunted Mansion over and over and never get bored. There's just something about it. The slow creep of the doom buggy, the eerie organ music, the ghosts who somehow manage to be spooky and hilarious. I always find myself spotting a new detail I hadn't noticed before. Plus, the hitchhiking ghosts at the end, each one has his own backstory. The prison escapee, the murderer, and the jilted lover. I love it. It's the perfect combo of classic Disney charm and clever storytelling. Number 6, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind in Epcot. First, this is Marvel's first coaster in Disney World, and it launches you backwards. Second, you'll ride in a rotating car through a galaxy-saving mission with the Guardians. Third, the soundtrack changes every ride, featuring songs like Conga and September. Fourth, it's fast, smooth, hilarious, and totally re-rideable. Why? It's epic. Cosmic Rewind feels like if a Marvel movie and a roller coaster had a baby, then fed it espresso. The ride starts with a pre-show that includes Glenn Close reprising her role from the films, and then, bam, you're launched backward into space. You twist, spin, and dance. Yes, really, through the galaxy with Rocket, Star-Lord, and the gang. And the best part? The soundtrack changes with every ride, so it's a whole new experience each time. Fun fact, opened in May 2022, this coaster is housed in the former Universe of Energy Pavilion, which was gutted and rebuilt to accommodate the ride's massive show building, so large it could fit 4 spaceship Earths inside. It was the first Disney coaster to feature a reverse launch, and the first Marvel-themed ride in Disney World due to legal limitations with Universal. The music includes hits like September, Disco Inferno, and One Way or Another, chosen through test rides with actual Imagineers to see which tracks felt the most fun. Okay, I'll admit it. I didn't think I'd like this one. Spinning cars, no thanks. But then I rode it. Yeah, and now I want to spin through the cosmos every time I visit. It's so smooth, so fun. And the music, I got conga. My first time, and I don't think I stopped dancing the whole ride. All the music takes me back to my younger days and just makes me happy. I mean, who doesn't want to save the galaxy while jamming out to 80s bops? It's wild and hilarious and makes you feel like you're on a space mission with your best friends. I was totally wrong about this ride, and I'm so glad. I've been secretly hoping to get September one day. I mean, how can you not groove when that first, do you remember? It takes me back to high school. Or was it grammar school? Well, it takes me back to when I was young. All the songs send me spinning through the galaxy with the biggest smile on my face. Number 7, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway in Hollywood Studios. First, you step through a movie screen and into a wild cartoon world with Mickey and Minnie. Second, the ride uses trackless technology to create unpredictable animated fun. Third, you'll dance, spin, float, and laugh through scene after scene of cartoon chaos. Fourth, it's colorful, energetic, and a true joy for guests of all ages. Why? It's epic. This ride feels like someone handed Goofy the keys to your day and he drove straight through a cartoon. From the moment you step through that magical movie screen, everything goes off the rails. Literally. You'll bounce with Daisy, swirl in a tornado, and float through a carnival. It's chaotic in the most delightful way, and the animation style is inspired by the newer Mickey Mouse shorts. Playful, modern, and just a little mischievous. It's like stepping into a Saturday morning cartoon, but with better air conditioning. Fun fact, Runaway Railway opened on March 4th, 2020 in the former home of the Great Movie Ride inside the Chinese Theater. It was the first ever Mickey-themed ride-through attraction in Disney history. Yes, really. The trackless ride system gives each vehicle a slightly different path, and the visuals are powered by 2.5D animation, a term Imagineers coined to describe 3D movement with no need for glasses. There's also a second version at Disneyland, which opened in 2023 inside Mickey's Toontown. This ride is like a living cartoon, and I adore it. From the moment Goofy drives the train off the rails, it's nonstop fun. I especially love Minnie Mouse, so getting to ride through this adorable topsy-turvy world with her front and center just makes my day. Daisy's dance studio, iconic. The tornado, ridiculous in the best way. It's pure happiness on wheels, and it makes me laugh out loud every single time. Number 8, Kilimanjaro Safaris in the Animal Kingdom. First, you board a real safari truck and explore over 100 acres of open savanna. Second, no two rides are ever the same, thanks to roaming giraffes, elephants, and lions. Third, it's peaceful, unpredictable, and an incredible chance to see animals up close. Fourth, early mornings and evenings are especially great for spotting wildlife. Why it's epic. If Disney made a National Geographic special you could ride, it would be this. Kilimanjaro Safaris is so much more than looking at animals. It feels like you're part of the wild. You're not staring through a fence. You're on a bumpy safari truck, winding past watering holes and termite mounds while giraffes stroll by like they own the place. The lions nap like royalty, hippos splash in the water, and every trip is completely different. It's peaceful, thrilling, and somehow humbling. Fun fact, Kilimanjaro Safaris opened with Animal Kingdom on April 22nd, 1998, and was one of Walt Disney's original visions. He dreamed of a jungle cruise with real animals. The ride covers a whopping 110 acres, making it the largest Disney ride in the world by footprint. Originally, there was a storyline involving poachers, which has since been scaled back in favor of a more tranquil experience. The animals are kept separate from guests using clever natural barriers like hidden moats, elevation changes, and even camouflaged fencing. There's something so peaceful and awe-inspiring about this ride. No two safaris are ever the same. I've had giraffes stroll right past the truck, watched elephants splash around in the mud, and even caught a lion lounging on his rock like he was posing for the cover of Savannah Vogue. It's wild in the best way. And while you won't find him on this ride, I highly recommend taking a stroll through the Maharaja Jungle Trek to see Bakso, the absolutely adorable Sumatran tiger cub. I've been following his story and can't wait to see him in person one day. One of these days I'll spot him, and it'll be the highlight of the whole visit. He is the cutest and most adorable tiger cub. I will link a short video on Bakso and his presence in the Animal Kingdom in the description, but fair warning, it may melt your heart. Number 9, Pirates of the Caribbean in the Magic Kingdom. First, you set sail through pirate battles, treasure caves, and burning towns. Who wouldn't love that? Second, the ride's music, animatronics, and atmosphere are pure Disney gold. Third, it's one of Disney's most iconic attractions and never gets old. Fourth, this is the ride that inspired the blockbuster movie series, not the other way around. Why, it's epic. This ride is pure Disney storytelling. From the moment you float into that misty grotto and hear the distant dead men tell no tales, you're hooked. You drift past cursed skeletons, sail into battle, and then watch pirates drink pillage and sing their way through a burning seaside town. It's got dark humor, practical effects, and that unforgettable tune stuck in your head for the rest of the day. It's the perfect mix of old school animatronics and timeless charm. Fun fact, Pirates of the Caribbean debuted at Magic Kingdom in 1973 after guests complained it was missing from the original park lineup. It had already become a hit at Disneyland in 1967. It was the last ride Walt Disney personally worked on, though he didn't live to see its completion. The ride was so influential that it inspired the 2003 film, not the other way around. Captain Jack Sparrow and other film elements were added during a major refurbishment in 2006, blending the old ride with new fans' expectations. This one, it's like a warm Disney hug for my soul. No matter how many times I ride it, I'm transported. The second I hear that yo ho, a pirate's life for me song echo through the dark. The smells, the sound of the water, the flickering lanterns, it's like comfort food in ride form. I never get tired of it. It's just one of those attractions that reminds me why I fell in love with Disney in the first place. Do you have a comfort ride? If you do, let me know in the comments. Number 10, Test Track in Epcot. First, before the ride, you design your own custom virtual car. Second, you'll put it through a series of performance tests, handling, braking, and speed. Third, the ride ends with a high-speed loop that hits up to 65 miles per hour. Fourth, even if you're not a car fan, it's an absolute blast. Why, it's epic. Test Track is like if Mythbusters and a Formula One car had a Disney baby. First, you build your dream vehicle, tough, fast, eco-friendly, or just wild looking, and then jump in a real test car to see how it performs. Inside, you twist through weather tests and handling curves, and then blast outside in a 65-mile-per-hour loop around the track. That wind-in-your-face moment always gets cheers. And bonus, you get to see how your car scored at the end. Bragging rights, baby. Fun fact, Test Track first opened in 1999, replacing the World of Motion. It was the fastest Disney ride ever built at the time and still holds that title at Walt Disney World. The attraction was reimagined in 2012 into its current version with the digital car design studio and sleek Neontron-like aesthetics. The vehicles are real cars built on a specialized motion base, and the outdoor loop hits up to 65 miles per hour, making it the fastest attraction in any Disney park worldwide. A third version of the ride is now in development, inspired by the original World of Motion themes. I'm not a car person at all, but I still have so much fun on this one. Building a wacky, high-powered digital car and then seeing how it performs, that outdoor loop at 65 miles per hour makes me feel like a speed racer, even if I have no idea what horsepower means. I really hope it's open next time I visit. I've got some new car designs I'm ready to test out. Those are my 10 epic Disney World rides, but I need to throw in my honorable mention, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad in the Magic Kingdom. First, this Runaway train coaster takes you through a wild desert-themed mining town. Second, it's just the right mix of speed, theming, and laugh-out-loud fun. Third, the ride features dynamite effects, sharp turns, and some wildest ride fun. Fourth, it's even more magical when you ride it at night. Why? It's epic. This isn't just a roller coaster, it's a full-on adventure through an old West ghost town gone bonkers. The moment you hear that wildest ride in the wilderness, you know you're in for something special. You whip past rattlesnakes, dynamite, collapsing tunnels, and even a goat holding TNT. It's got speed, charm, and a whole lot of yee-haw. Plus, the nighttime version with the track lit up, that's Disney magic right there. Fun fact, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad opened in Magic Kingdom in 1980 and was inspired by the landscapes of Bryce Canyon National Park in Utah. The ride was designed by Imagineer Tony Baxter, who also worked on Splash Mountain and Indiana Jones Adventure. The mountain is 197 feet tall, just shy of needing a warning light for aircraft, which is actually a common Disney trick. Same with Expedition Everest. And here's a cool tidbit. The goat holding a stick of dynamite became so beloved it inspired the term goat trick in Disneyland, where guests would look at the goat while turning for a wilder ride sensation. I had to include this, even though it's closed until 2026. It's one of my absolute favorites, and not being able to ride it is honestly heartbreaking. The theming, the speed, the goat with the dynamite, this ride is just pure gold. Some days I like it more than Mine Train, other days it's the other way around. It's hard to choose, but either way, Big Thunder is always a must-do in my Disney heart. So there you have it, 10 epic Disney World rides that prove the magic is still going strong. From spinning through the galaxy to sailing with pirates, these are the experiences that keep me coming back again and again. Whether it's your first visit or your 50th, these are the rides that always bring the thrills, the feels, and that one-of-a-kind Disney joy. And next up, I'm sharing how to still have an amazing time at Disney World, even when it rains. Yep, the fun doesn't stop just because the skies open up. So if you've ever had your park day turned upside down by a Florida downpour, you'll definitely want to stick around for that. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss it, and tell me in the comments, what's your favorite ride you'll never skip, rain or shine? As always, I appreciate you watching this video. I truly hope you have a super magical day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.